Yeah, no problem. So how do I sound okay?
Yep, I can hear.
Perfect. So yeah, like thanks for having us here. We are really excited to be here. Right now, our main goal with Haikun is educating people about terpenes using games, like through gamified ways in the metaverse. So this is like the perfect place for us to like talk a little bit more about what we do and how why we think terpenes are important when like talking about cannabis, because like we're in the metaverse, we're educating people, and we're doing it with a garden club, so that's pretty dope. So we appreciate Radao for giving us the space and the opportunity to do this. So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I was going to do some garden updates, but our usual girls are not here. So I guess we can just kind of skip that. I guess for the recording sake, my garden is doing pretty good. I got some corn growing. I also got some, what else do I have back there? Peppers, tomatoes, potatoes, peanuts, all kinds of different stuff. Do you guys grow any vegetables at all? Or you did, I know this is probably not exactly what you
actually,
guys do.
actually, actually, my girlfriend recently bought bromeliad, bromeliad, brumelia in
Oh,
Spanish because we're in Puerto Rico. So she just bought that plant recently, and she, it's funny because it's in the table with me, and she usually like she does have some sort of green thumb, but the last couple of attempts have been not like have not been pretty conclusive, and this one, it's supposed to be a low maintenance plant, and she read she should like water it every time the soil was dry, and now we have noticed that we like she over she overwatered it, so it's like essentially um getting she's like ¿cómo se dice eso? Like ahogándose. I'm sorry, my English is lacking. uh, Yeah, she just overwatered. So basically, she's slowly dying. But since we know
oh
this,
no.
we're gonna be we're gonna be doing something about it because it's supposed to be a low maintenance flower, a low maintenance plant. So like yeah, it was supposed to be something for us to have and to like give attention every now and then as well. So right now it's taking a beating in a couple in just a matter of a week,
Oh
but
no.
we're
Yeah,
trying.
you can probably still correct it. Like if you stop overwatering it, it should hopefully
Mm-hmm.
correct itself. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
yeah. I told her like, yeah, let's put more dirt on it so that way the water can spread out onto another like more like soil. So that way like maybe it can spread out a little bit more and into other soil, and that way the plant is not absorbing all that water. But yeah, right now the plant is just staring at me in the table. She's like, I'm still waiting to be like replanted in the other pot. So yeah, it's funny.
yeah. But that should work though. Once you repot it, it should be doing. It should thrive. I got faith in y'all.
Yeah. I hope so. Like we do have a small ecosystem. We have like succulents and cacti. So we have a couple of them that also some like they almost drowned once, but it wasn't intentional. So like we're in Puerto Rico, so it rains a lot. So we have them in the balcony. So usually when it rains heavily, water just comes into like the balcony. So one time it almost drowned, but
Oh,
they actually persevered. Like they actually started growing on top of each other and like going around every like all the drowned parts. So it was very interesting to see how they solved it themselves. So yeah, it's quite just like interesting seeing plants grow little by little.
yeah. Seriously, that's like one of my favorite things is like growing from seed and just like seeing that whole process. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's as much as we garden. Como que she's also tried doing like some veggies and some fruits, but we do have a dog that she likes to just nibble on the leaves. So since
Uh,
we're like in a 3 story, we live in a 3 story house. But the first, like, it's weird. The third floor, in which is our living room, which I am right now, actually has access to the road. So it's the third floor is the first floor, and it goes down. It's weird. It's in Puerto Rico, in the sound of a mountain. But basically, because of that, like, we don't have our actual, like, we don't have an actual garden. We have like small pots in our balcony and such. So the dog likes to eat them. So we usually, last time we were trying to grow a melon, and like, as soon as the leaf, the indicator that it was growing started to come out, like, the dog just like ate
oh no.
it.
Yeah, I had to see when I just really just got a dog, so I guess we'll be dealing with that. But I have two small kids that like completely destroy everything that I try to enjoy. So they've
Damn.
messed up my plants so many times, but we're gonna get it together. They're only 4 and 2 right now, so I'm hoping like as they get
Oh,
bigger, they'll stop
yeah,
messing with
yeah. As
it.
they get bigger, they'll understand. They'll understand the time and effort you're putting into that, for sure.
Seriously. Mo, did you have anything you wanted to share about any garden updates on your part? Have you started anything at all, or?
I haven't
Oh, let's see.
actually, and I actually just put my big indoor grow tent away. So I'm thinking, with the spring being here, I still want to do my windowsill. But it's just been so hot here, so I don't know. I'm kind of like stuck in between a rock and a hard place with like not wanting critters in the house while I'm still here. And then, like I said, putting away my grow tent for the season because it gets so hot, so I may start again like later once it starts to cool down a bit. But this season, I don't think I'll be doing much.
Yeah, that's heat out there is vicious. So I definitely don't blame you. But yeah, you can keep taking this time to soak up all the info from the garden club. So that worked out. Sorry, the dog is tripping because he's like still trying to get used to what's going on. All right. So up next we have a trivia game, terpene trivia. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Haikuns lead that. I'm gonna go to the slides and
Oh, wait, give me a second.
okay.
Give me a second. Let me look for it. Okay. Yeah. So this is I would say one of the things that are most important for Haikun, and just going a little bit into like the terpene trivia, is literally terpenes. So in Haikun's world, terpenes are something that are like he basically uses every day, for either for his lifestyle or for his research. So Haikun has found a way to integrate terpenes into technology to create terpnology, and that terpnology allows the wearer, the person that is like using the technology, to like enhance their effects, the effects of the different terpenes. So that way, like, Haikun is basically creating different ways for people to enjoy the terpenes found in cannabis, um, using this technology. So, by the way, the screen went down.
I don't know what just happened. I can hear you, but I can't see you. And I don't know what happened. So let's see. 1 second.
Okay, and I actually can't see anything from the space. No, okay, I can't. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I don't know why it just like glitched or something. I don't know what just happened. 1 second. Dang, I think if I refresh, it'll end the live on here, but I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Mo, is that like the best way to fix it? If you can still hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hi. Okay, before, like, don't reset the space. Before you do that, enter with your account, like with your phone, to the space, and that way when you refresh the tab on the browser, the live doesn't go out because your account is still there.
Ah, okay. Thank you so much. Give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's the hack. Yeah, that's our hack. And
Okay,
I'll go
thank you.
back. I'll go out again as well.
Okay.
Okay, I can see you all now. Regalo, can you hear me?
Okay. Yep. I can hear you.
I see pain.
That's why Naruto showed up.
Yeah, pain is here, so Naruto needs to step up. Show yourself, pain.
How did my screen go? I shared the screen, but I don't see it.
I see it like okay in front of you.
You see my screen in front of me?
Yeah, I see your screen in front of you right now.
The heck? I don't see it at all. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
it's all good.
Alright.
It's all good. This is live from the metaverse, so it's all good. Always high vibes.
Let me guess let me stop sharing again. Exit out of this. Okay.
By the way, do you know what's happening with the casting call? I'm seeing something that Mocaso actually posted it as well.
Yeah, she has a new show coming out that's like recording in the metaverse. So they have like casting calls for the different I guess like voice actors, and then they're gonna make the avatars and make like a full on shows inside the metaverse.
Okay, oh, interesting. So how are
Right.
you guys involved there?
Oh, I see my screen now. So that's she's doing that with the Harlem Film House, which I'm sure if you've been in Spatial, you've seen them. You've seen like their Harlem a place called the Harlem Film
Yeah,
House. So I guess that's like the main
yeah,
base,
Boogie,
but they have like
Boogie.
yep, they have like this cohort going on right now where they have people a bunch of different people. I don't know how many, maybe like 10 people, but they do. It's actually a free program that they run that helps people learn how to do exactly what they're doing, making that
Yeah,
the stuff in the
I,
metaverse.
I, I
So
tried entering the the program, but it came like at two of a complicated time because we're launching Haikun and they were starting it. It was like we needed, but for when I want to do the Haikun movie, like we are doing like a short film, like in the metaverse using all the characters and the story and everything. Like for that's gonna be December. So I know that from here to December they're gonna do another cohort. So I'm gonna do it the next time for sure.
nice. Yeah, that's what I planned on doing too, because there was just so much going on this time. I was like, I really
Too
want to do
much,
it, but I don't want to
too
commit
much.
if I can't. Let
And
me
the requirements
get
were crazy. Like the requirements were a little um like for me a little too much at that time. Like you needed to have a lot of different softwares and like commit to doing like the sessions, and I was like I can, but it's also very late because like for us it's also like some of the sessions they did it like were like 9, 10, 11 p.m. almost. So
hmm
it was like a little bit like after the whole day we wake up at like 8 a.m. and start working like right off the bat we smoke some weed and we start working. So like 11 p.m. we're already like wanting to stop doing anything, just
Yeah.
like chill. But yeah, like right now, I'll definitely be looking it up for next cohort for sure.
Yes. I'm trying to see mode disappeared, so I don't know if the recording stopped for our live stream or what the
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can Oh damn, no.
What?
What? The only people
Mo, Mo,
Yeah,
you're
the
not.
only people
I don't see you here. Not even the people. Like I see Gaerian and then us and Tiny. By the way, I don't see you and the people in the room either. I just see her joining the space. But you, I saw when you were putting up the stream, but then I lost you. Like right now, I can't see you.
you don't see me I'm like
And
following
now,
you around, like dancing in your
no,
face.
no, I see Mo just joined. Okay,
What the heck? Okay,
good
so
to know.
Mo, for the recording, do you can still see the high creators, right? Okay. I guess it'll just be my voice then and we can just rock out and we'll just let spatial do its thing. It seems like we can all hear each other, so I think we should be good, even if we can't see each other.
I think we good. Like at least like I can still get by where I was like earlier, and then I can stay there.
Okay. I guess we can go ahead and pick back up wherever you dropped off.
Yeah. So okay, so that's that's great. So yeah, so what I was saying earlier was basically like yeah, so our goal with Haikun is basically to teach about terpenes found in cannabis through gamified ways in the metaverse. And this is something that we're doing since like for a good amount of time we've been like cannabis enthusiasts, cannabis consumers. I started out like in my second year of college, and it was something that I did for fun at first, and then at some point it started to be something I did like too much in a way, like abusing it. And then it basically just like I was like passed through a depression using cannabis and like was all days like smoking, sleeping, eating, smoking, sleeping, eating. Then after that I noticed like I was like developing this pattern, so I started to get a little bit more into like cannabis and what made it function. And that's when I found terpenes. Like cannabis is not only THC and CBD, it's also terpenes that make a lot of it like make a lot of the effects that we feel. So when I understood that, I started looking into the different effects, the different terpenes that were found in the cannabis I was smoking, and I started testing the different terpenes. And this is like the way I actually like got better, like a better relationship with my cannabis consumption, because like I started to understand what was the thing that made me feel like made me feel anxious or made me feel sleepy or made me feel hungry. And when you start understanding like what it is that makes you like, let's say, behave a certain way, you can then start to create mechanisms to work with it. Like, so for example, if you're like falling asleep because you took too much of a certain terpene, like you might find yourself like looking for what are exercises that you might do when you take that terpene and like it gets you sleepy, or like if you it gets you too anxious, like what might you do at that point just to get out of that anxiety. So that's why we started doing basically haiku from the point of view of terpenes, because we understood that like even though terpenes are very important in cannabis, a lot of people don't give them the time of day or even know they exist. because like they're too busy in the mainstream information about THC and CBD and the levels of it, that they're not paying attention to what they're actually consuming with regards to the plant, because it's not even like something that's like a chemical added to it. It's basically something natural that is also found in other like fruits and plants. So it's not only found in cannabis, but when tied to the THC found in cannabis, it does have the psychoactive effects that we come to love and hate from certain strains of cannabis. So that's like the reason why we started doing this, because we saw that gap in NFT projects that were talking about cannabis, and then we tied it in a way, like we tied it to a story and a game, so that way we can actually educate people without them like having to want to get educated just by playing a game. Like they might be able to learn some things. So that is basically the gist of it. So the terpene trivia is something that we've actually been like trying to get going in the last week. Right now, I understand that like we have different ways for people to educate themselves in the metaverse um for terpenes, and actually not different ways. It's the same way for seven different, like eight different terpenes. But right now we have a game that you can go into the metaverse, play a maze game, and you can learn about the terpene as you're playing a maze. So right now the terpene trivia is something that like I actually am glad that Tiny like mentioned that like they do trivia here like every month, because it's something that we want to bring to the Haikun ecosystem, because the next game in the Haikun ecosystem is going to be a decision making game. So this is basically whoever is here now is going to be seeing basically the first iteration of what's going to be Haikun's like future game of decision making with regards to terpenes that might affect you in a certain way and in a certain situation. So, without further ado, this is where we start our terpene trivia. And actually, I now see that we have a couple people, and I lost everything again, by the way. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's
Cool.
like every time people are coming in, it seems like it's like doing that.
Okay. Actually, she rebooted my space by joining my UI. Oh shit.
Yes, now only Mo is showing up for me. Like Mo's the only person I can see.
Yeah, yeah, true that. Let's let's wait for her. Lightning Fingers is joining again. Let's wait for
Yep.
them to come back, and then we can start up again the trivia. But yeah, at least everything I was trying to say about Haikun got like before the crash, so that's that.
Yes. And yeah, I definitely want to say I definitely love what you guys are doing here, just between like the education and the gaming and trying to just tie it all in, because a lot of people smoke weed, but a lot of people like including myself, I didn't know shit about terpenes until you said we did those mazes with you guys. So definitely really interesting to be
That's
able
dope.
to learn about the plant itself. So
That's very dope, Komoge. We love hearing like what you just said. Like you're not the only person that has said that. So like it's pretty dope just to hear someone say, I didn't know about terpenes until I played the game. Because that is exactly the function of the game. We want people that like might be experts or like might have not ever seen a terpene, and then just go into the space and learn something basic. Um and not something like we're not looking to become like be experts in the subject. We just want people to get intrigued, get curious, and look for more information, or just keep on learning with us as we learn as well. Because with each game, we're gonna be upping the ante of information of like intricacy, like with regards to how we present the information. So basically as we grow, the information is going to grow with us. The we're going to get more in depth as we go as well. So it's just interesting to just like be building this as well, because we haven't even started talking about combinations of terpenes, and that's going to be something crazy when we start talking about how would you feel when you take linalool, which makes you sedated and relax, and you take some limonene, which makes you anxious and also makes you jumpy and mood, like enhances your mood. Like, how would you feel? And that's a question that will put some people to like just wonder, like, oh shit, like have I had linalool and limonene, and then how did I feel when I had that? And that might be the perfect combination for someone to like enhance their lifestyle. So as we grow, we just want people to just keep on being curious, and we've had like I would say about five different people that have come into the group chat just saying like I didn't read about this before, like I didn't like pay attention to them, but I'm paying attention now. And it's people that have been smoking for a while. So for us, that is mission success, because it's not a matter of minting out or being the strongest community. It's about educating those who are interested in learning a little bit more.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Can you guys
It's all
see?
good.
Can you guys see my screen back here again with the
Yeah, I
trivia?
can see it. No, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Turbine trivia, which turbine is known for its fruity aroma. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, well, I guess we'll
So we
just.
can start. We can start. We can start.
Yeah, I have like all I
ah,
see. I have
but
two of me standing here. I don't see Haikuns. I see Mocaso
let
and
me
Lightning.
come back. Let me come back.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I'm back.
Okay. Now I can see you. I can hear you. Everybody's good, I think.
Perfect. So yeah, let's go. So first question. We're gonna be like, this is terpene trivia. So literally, there's 8 questions about terpenes. I think there's 9 actually about terpenes. So let's go. So which terpene is known for its fruity aroma and is commonly found on mangoes and lemongrass? So this is a terpene that would be associated to like something fruity, and actually this also shows that terpenes are not only found in cannabis. So either myrcene or terpinolene is the terpene that you should choose. Which one? Like, how do we? How do we? Oh, but at the tiny just jumped off.
I'm still here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, go to the left. Go to the left if you're A, and go to the right if you're B. To the left of this, oh yeah, to the left of the stage, I would say. So, Ricardo, you're standing on myrcene, and then Mocaso is standing on terpinolene. So this is B. This is A. A and B. And the answer is myrcene. So myrcene is actually a terpene that like is very associated to the fruity aroma that you find in your cannabis. So whenever you find like a purpley, like something like granddaddy purple and all those like purple strains, usually they have myrcene within them. And myrcene is usually also the terpene that's associated to indicas, because like it is the most sedating and relaxing of all the terpenes right now. I need a boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah, what I really liked about when I was putting all the trivia questions in was how you also said how they're commonly found in like the different fruits and vegetables and herbs and stuff. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's something that also like is also a surprise for people. Like even if you're not a smoker, you are consuming terpenes. Like you're consuming terpenes every time you eat something, most probably that's found in nature, because like terpenes are found in nature, like naturally, valga la redundancia, like so so you'll find terpenes in a lot of different things. Like for example, which terpene is known for its citrus aroma. It's commonly found in grapefruits and tangerines, and that this is and we'll do like same as before, limonene to the left and linalool to the right here. But basically, this is the terpene that like there is a terpene that is heavily associated to citrusy smells in the cannabis. So which one do you think it is, limonene or linalool? I think both people have voted. Let's go. Go ahead, Tiny. You can boom, and you are right. It's limonene. Limonene is the is actually one of the favorite. I found that a lot of people like limonene, like myself. And it's actually a very good terpene to enjoy, but it also has a lot of downsides. Like it is a terpene that if you're not aware of its like potency, it might get you to feel anxiety in a very bad way, because like everything within the spectrum of cannabis like has a pro and a con. So if it might sedate you, but it puts you to sleep. It might like make you feel better, it might enhance your mood. But if you take too much limonene, it might enhance your mood so much that you're like borderline having an anxiety attack because you're like too jumpy, too fast, too jittery. So limonene is one best used when you know what you're doing, because like it's something that even in the smallest amounts, it might make you feel like some sort of anxiety, and that's in my opinion, obviously. But it's a very good like terpene. Like I love it a lot, and a lot of different strains have limonene.
So I
But
had a
if you're
question.
looking, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so like for people, like how would you know which terpenes are in the different strains? Is that like how would you know something like that?
Yeah, so usually the best way to know would be like whatever you're buying your weed, it should have documentation for your cannabis. So like whichever like every dispensary in the world in the states at least should have a record of each strain and the labs for it, like the terpene count, the humidity count, the percentage of THC, CBD, like different minerals found, and like volatile content found in the plant. So all of those labs are found in the dispensary. So as a patient, you are entitled to ask for those labs within like the dispensary. So you might find yourself going to the dispensary and saying, "Hey, can I see the labs for like let's say the GMO cookies you have there?" And when you get the labs, you'll see like they usually highlight the first 3 to 5 most potent terpenes found in the strain. And usually like whenever you go there, you'll see like for example there's a like most strains, like at least here in Puerto Rico, are around 3 to 5% terpenes, like percentage of terpenes within the strain itself. So you might find yourself like 2 milligrams of myrcene, 1 milligram of limonene, and zero point 0.5 milligrams of linalool, and that's your combination of terpenes that depending on the like potency, like the percentage of it shown in the strain, it's the effect that you'll have. So for example, limonene gets you anxious and gets you jittery, and myrcene gets you like sedated and sleepy. So you might want to pair limonene with myrcene because they kind of counterbalance themselves off. And then if you add some linalool, which is also a mood enhancer but has like a sedating effect, you might find yourself somewhat jittery but more relaxed than anything, because you took 2 parts relaxed one jittery. Basically, that would be a way to put it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And while you were doing that, my boyfriend actually like showed me. I guess his friend would send him like the labs from certain stuff, so he showed me. It was pretty cool to see. It has like so much info on there.
Dope. Yeah, yeah, and actually, like in the states, they've done it like better because like I've seen the like some packaging actually has not even the first three terpenes. Like they actually put all the terpenes, THC, CBD content on it. So the THC is very important when you want to assess like literally potency, like how strong will it hit you. But like you can also have a very strong like sensation by having a lot of terpenes and very few THC. So it's a matter of having a balance where you find yourself having enough THC and enough terpenes to feel what you want, and then just like trying to work with it. Because like for me, like, and this is something we talk about a lot, like for us, cannabis is not something we do just for the fun of it. We do it because we want to be productive. We want to get something out of it, and actually like give it a purpose. So when we smoke, we try and like do it consciously. We try and like look for the terpenes that are best for us because we don't want to be crashing midday. Like earlier today, like, and this is like a true story. Like for example, and I'm sorry because I'm derailing, but earlier today I was crashing. Like I had a space at 2 p.m. that's been like on my mind for the past week, and then like at 1:40 at 1:30 p.m. I was crashing because I took too many dabs, and then because like what happens is that you basically it takes a toll on you when you take too many dabs and you start coming down of all those dabs, you're going to crash hard. So I was for half an hour before the space crashing, and then half an hour after the space I was still crashing. I didn't enter the space until 2:30 because I did something stupid. I didn't manage efficiently my dosage, and then I just like went to sleep because I went too much. So that's the kind of thing that we try and also be aware, like the limits and the different and the terpenes as well, because like THC and terpenes are important, but also knowing your limits and knowing how to best like assess each terpene and how to deal with it is also very important, like to something to build with yourself. So yeah, that's that's a funny true story of today. I was literally crashing for a whole hour. But yeah, any questions till here? I don't know if anyone has any questions. If not, I will keep going with the trivia.
Nope. Thank you. Thank you
Cool.
for.
Let's go. So okay, so yeah, so next, which terpene is best known is known for his spicy and herbal aroma and is commonly found in oregano and basil. Either A, caryophyllene, or B, terpinolene. Ricardo says he's doubting his knowledge right now and he doesn't know. So either caryophyllene or terpinolene. Which one of these two is actually spicy and herbal? Which one of these two actually is found in oregano and basil? Are you all satisfied with your answer? Tiny, go ahead. Boom, you chose wisely. So yeah, caryophyllene is one of the spicy terpenes. So it's actually found in oregano, basil, and different other things in nature. But yeah, it's associated with a pungent smell, like if any. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so now, which terpene is known for its fresh and herbal aroma and is commonly found in rosemary and mint? And this is very interesting because, like, right now you're seeing beta pinene and linalool, and these two are nothing alike. And in Haikun's world, beta pinene is green and linalool is pink. So green or pink. I see Mo chose A, Ricardo chose B. Go ahead, Tiny, let them know. Boom, Ricardo did not choose wisely. And it's very like the key word there was basically like where you find them. Like linalool, you'll find it in lilacs and different like lavender things, and then uh, and the rosemary is more like a minty thing as well. So thank you. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is, oh yeah, this is good. So which terpene is found is which terpene is known for the sweet and floral aroma and is commonly found on lavender and chamomile? A, linalool, B, humulene. I think they know this one, so go ahead. It's linalool. It's linalool. Boom. You chose wisely. Let's see. So, which terpene is known for its anti-inflammatory purpose, like properties? Sorry, and is commonly found in black pepper. So, beta pinene or caryophyllene. And choose wisely because this now we are talking about the properties. We're not talking about specifically the smell. So, which one? You say beta pinene or caryophyllene? Tiny, let them know. Uh, uh, uh. You got it. You got it. Caryophyllene is actually the terpene that, like, it's like a lot of different terpenes that actually help with inflammation, but caryophyllene is associated to it as well, and it actually helps you boost your digestion. Caryophyllene, so that's actually something we talk about in Haiku's world. So let's keep on going. I think we have like two left or three. So yeah, which terpene is known for its calming effects and is commonly found in chamomile, and this is not linalool, so it's either humulene or terpenoline. And this one, I'm also having my doubts. I think that okay. Go ahead, Tiny. Let him know. Boom, terpenoline. Yeah, actually, terpenol like humulene is most associated with um like appetite suppression. So yeah, it's terpenoline. Go ahead with the next one. Okay, so which terpene is known for its anti-anxiety properties and is commonly found in hops? Myrcene or limonene? That's like I don't know. I'm not sure. Like both of like actually limonene is a terpene associated with anti-anxiety. But if you take too much of it, it'll actually give you anxiety. Actually, every terpene gives you anxiety if you take too much of it, in a way. Just hop and see. Okay. So let them know, Tiny. Boom, it's versing because we are talking about hubs. Like so that would be the difference because like limonene is also anxiety, but if it would have said found in something like citrus fruits or other like I would say yeah, citrus fruits like oranges, tangerines, like what it said before, it would have been limonene. But yeah, it's versing. I don't know what hops are either. Go ahead with the next one. Okay, so which terpene is known for its anti-inflammatory properties and is commonly found in eucalyptus? And since we talked, like, and this the one I'm gonna help you with this one because like we talked about caryophyllene and we talked about it being found in black pepper and different spicy things. So just because of that, we know it's beta pinene. Let's go. We are learning as we grow. I think we have the last one after this, or this was the last one. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, that was the last one. So yeah. So thank you so much for playing. I like you guys got like most of them correct. So that means that you are very well informed of different terpenes and at least like their basic information because like that's something that we're trying to educate people on because just even knowing these basics will help you get like a better understanding of your lifestyle with weed and a better relationship with it. And as we like to joke about, imagine a world where you learn like about weed through gaming with Haikun, and you're able to lower your cannabis consumption, because like not lower your cannabis consumption, lower your cost of cannabis consumption, because you know what you should be buying, and you start buying more efficiently, and you start buying like more consciously, and you end up literally having what you need, and like so you can feel what you need, and then the excess is just gonna be like instead of spent on, you would be like noting like, yeah, this is excess, so I don't need to buy an ounce, I can buy 21 grams, and if I buy them in the right terpene profile, I'll have them for the whole month, and it'll last, and it'll help me the whole month. And that's actually how we operate. We have concentrates, like we usually buy concentrates, and we are using the same concentrate for a month or two. And what's important there is that we understand the terpene profile that we're buying, because if we don't, then we might find ourselves for a whole month or two just sleeping. And it has happened to us before. And the last couple of times we've bought like concentrate, we've been very adamant in getting the ones that actually have limonene present, because if it doesn't have limonene, we will be sleeping all day. And that is something that we know, because we have built a relationship with terpenes by like starting to know the basics, and from there just understanding our bodies and how they react to the different terpenes and the different stimuli. So it's a matter of just playing around with yourself as well, and just like learning a little bit more about your consumption. So, and just to go over all the different terpenes, like as an overview real quick, myrcene, as we talked about, it has an earthy and musky aroma, and it's known for its sedative effects. So it actually has the fruity aroma we mentioned before as well, but the myrcene terpene is commonly and heavily associated to sleep. So whenever you smoke something that contains myrcene, you'll find yourself feeling tired, feeling glued to the chair, like what they say, like feeling glued. Like Gorilla Glue has a lot of myrcene, and a lot of different strains that sedate you and make you feel calm and sleepy are filled with a lot of myrcene. And usually how you feel with myrcene is just you feel heavy. So and for me, that is very important for people to understand the feeling, um, as well as the benefit, because the feeling is what's gonna allow you to understand what terpenes you're consuming like with time. Because like if you associate I consume myrcene and I feel heavy, then the next time you consume myrcene, you'll associate that feeling to it. And right now, I know every time I consume limonene, because I feel the same thing. I feel my eyes starting to go out of my head. I feel my eyes dry, and I feel my face like a little bit in front of me. And it's a weird feeling to describe, but basically it's just being borderline in an anxiety attack, but not being there. And that is my way to understand I'm taking limonene, and it works, because every time I notice the feeling, I say, this is limonene. I know how to deal with this, and I know how to make the most out of it. So that is why we understand that like building a relationship with terpenes is very important. And talking about limonene, we have that limonene, as we mentioned, it has a citrusy aroma, and is believed to have mood boosting effects. So it's not believed to, like from my point of view, it does have mood boosting effects, but it also, as I mentioned, could be something that if you take too much, it might boost it too much, and you might become hypersensible in a way. So like it's something that you need to be aware when consuming limonene, because you don't want to feel too euphoric, because if you feel too euphoric, you feel sensible, and then things start to get like too intense in a way. So it's that's my note to anyone that thinks about consuming limonene always. From limonene, we go into pinene, and the pinenes actually there's alpha and beta pinene. So these two terpenes are actually very similar, but they differ in very small ways, and mostly by the effects. So beta pinene and alpha pinene both have a piney aroma. and both have anti-inflammatory properties. And but basically, alpha pinene has more to do with the memory retention, and beta pinene has more to do with the bronchodilation. But both of them actually have similar properties. So it's a matter of like where they differ a little bit, but they're both still pinenes for the most part. From there, we have, and actually, pinene is the terpene they usually associate for literally with you remembering stuff when you're high. So whenever you want to feel that you're on top of your shit, and I'm sorry for the for the French, but whenever you want to feel like you're on top of your things and you don't want to feel like everything is like going out of your grasp, like you should try getting some pinene into your like combination of terpenes, because it's gonna help you not feel so forgetful, because it's the terpene that's associated to memory retention. It doesn't mean that it'll make you a genius or anything. It just means that it'll help you manage a little bit more of the information that goes into your brain when you're smoking a lot of different weeds. um, so yeah. Welcome, Boogie. By the way, we were talking about you recently in the Harlem Film House. So from there, we go into caryophyllene, which is the spicy and peppery one we talked about. It's believed to have anti-inflammatory properties and also pain-relieving effects. And most of the different terpenes have pain-relieving effects in a way, to a degree, because like usually you can numb a lot like with like any strain of weed, but like these are like caryophyllene, myrcene, and linalool, like those kinds of terpenes actually are tied to the pain relieving. So these are the terpenes that you want to have in your combination if you want to feel like less hurt in, like, for example, your muscles, your bones, like your joints. Like these are the terpenes that will help you just like move through the day without that ache and that pain inside of you. So caryophyllene is good for that, and also actually has properties to help you enhance, like basically boost your digestion. It has gastroprotective properties that might help you with your digestive tract, like your digestive system. So this is also a terpene you might want to add to your combination if you're just like trying to be healthier with maybe what you're eating, like have a better digestive system as well. From there, we go into linalool, which is has a floral aroma. It's found on lavender and different I would say lilacs and such. It's also known for its calming and relaxing effects, and this one is it's good also for things like going to the gym and like needing like that de-stress after the gym. Like I don't know if many people go to the gym high. I Whenever I did go to the gym a lot of years back when I did it, I did go high, and it was for me the best experience, because you would be able to do a lot of the exercise and not feel anything until you got to your house, and then you could get high again and not feel anything. So from that point of view, linalool, caryophyllene, and myrcene would be terpenes that would help you go to the gym and not feel that ache and that pain from the exercise, but might still help you like like linalool might still help you feel boosted instead of like drowsy with the myrcene. So that's why linalool is for me also a very good terpene to have in your terpene profile, because like when tied to limonene and to myrcene, it actually like has like a semi euphoric trippy effect to it, so it's pretty nice. Then humulene is actually an earthy. It has the earthy and woody aroma, and it does have the appetite suppressant effects. So this is the terpene that is associated to like not having the munchies. This is not something that like might actually take away your desire to eat, but basically would work in a way that doesn't give you the munchies. So this, like, if you have a lot of humulene in the strain you're smoking, you might not feel that munchy craving after you end up smoking, because it's an appetite suppressant. Because Like it's not gonna get you like hungry at all or at most like other terpenes do. And actually, humulene is also believed to have anti-tumor capabilities and potentially work against cancer and different tumors. So that's also something they've been researching on. Last but not least, we have terpinolene, which is it has a fruity and floral aroma, and it's believed to have sedative effects and similar to linalool, pyrophyllene, and myrcene. These would be terpenes that would be found on what would be indicas because these are the most sedating, like, uh, and that what they call indica because indica is just the leaf for that matter, but they still categorize indica and sativa. But basically, there are terpenes heavily associated to each branch of the indica and sativa side. So in this case, myrcene, pyrophyllene, linalool, and terpinolene would be most to the indica side, where you would feel more sedated than active, and then you have limonene, the pinene, and humulene, which would be in the spectrum of more sativa, which like they don't bring you down. They either boost you up or keep you where you're at, and that is like not the same for the other four. So so yeah, that's basically our little overview over terpenes and a little bit of insight from our general experience with them. We do love terpenes. We enjoy just smelling flowers whenever we can. Not like flowers like cannabis flowers. I mean, whenever we can, because like you can just see and smell so much by just like um, and experience so much from the plant that like it's very important just to be aware that these things actually have a very potent effect over us, and that without terpenes, like the high is shitty as fuck. So yeah, that's my my I would say my closing statement. So thank you for having us here, Tiny and Mo.
No problem. I definitely appreciate you guys so much. This is going to be one that I definitely have to watch the replay and take some notes. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Did anybody here have any questions? We can go ahead and start that if anybody had any questions for him. And then after that, you can go ahead and tell us more about your Haikun project and how people can get involved with that.
Let's go. No problem. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to just let us know. We're always open to talking about what like cannabis and terpenes. And that's why we did Haikun. We just want to have conversations with people and get to know their experiences. So if anyone wants to add anything, we're here to listen. And if not, like I'll just keep on talking. Recently, what the thing I've been doing, Tiny, that I've enjoyed pretty much is going into spaces and asking people about their high, and basically knowing how they feel without them telling me. So I describe how they're feeling based on the terpenes that they consume. And that is like, it's been very fun just to guess how people are feeling. Like recently, I did it in one of our spaces with Mike. Mike took a terpene stick and it had like limonene, myrcene, and some others. And then I was like, hey, so you smoke some limonene, you should be feeling this right now. And he was like, yeah, I'm feeling that right now. Okay. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, yeah, so that limonene also had myrcene. So you should not be feeling this anymore. You should be feeling this. Are you feeling that? And he was like, yes, you're spot on. And then today, I was like talking on a space before I entered here, and the person was like, "Oh, I love limonene," and I started describing why I love it, and she was like, "You're so spot on. Like that is exactly how I feel. Like the jitteriness, the anxiety, the wanting to be in that anxiety state because you want to be productive, and knowing how to deal with it." And all that, and it's just been very fun to talk to people that like either love terpenes and and are looking for different ways to grow with it, or just like don't know terpenes at all, but you can still guess how they're feeling because terpenes are universal. They are found in everything, and they should behave or they should react with us like in a very similar fashion. So if you consume limonene, we should be feeling somewhat the same. unless we're now neurodivergent, in which case we might feel the complete opposite. But still, like the effects are pretty clear for the most of them.
I have a
Thank you for the
question.
follow, GCap. Go
Oh,
ahead.
So this is all new to me, so I also will be watching the replay. This is so dope. I used to smoke in
Appreciate it.
college. I smoked a lot in school,
Okay.
and I stopped because the paranoia. So
Okay.
recently, like I like gummies. It relaxes me. I have a very I'm up all the time, as you guys know. Um, I don't sleep a lot. I like the way edibles make me feel like it relaxes my body without making me high. What can
Okay.
what do I need to know, like if I'm looking for a specific strain where it will not bring me that crazy paranoia?
Yeah, so I think that you're consuming way too much limonene, because limonene is like whenever you feel that paranoia, do you feel like your eyes are starting to crawl out of your head kind of feeling? Like is
No,
it a feeling where no?
just the feeling of like I want to go under the rock and hide. Like it's like it's a paranoia to the point where it makes you scared, like of any and
So
everything.
so hyper awareness in a sense. So you're
Hyper
so like
awareness,
being
self consciousness, like you don't want to leave the house.
mm-hmm,
Like it's like, oh my god, people are talking about me, people are laughing at me. That's paranoia. And I
mm-hmm.
noticed it only used to come about like when I would smoke, not with the
Actually,
edibles so much.
okay. Okay, so actually that might have to do with the consumption method, because like when you're consuming when you're smoking, the behavior that you experience is going to be something where you have a spike of the effect, a very big spike, and then you start coming down. So that's what they call, like usually they call it the climb, the peak, and then coming down. So when you smoke it directly, there's no climbing. There's literally you being normal and then you're high. So there's no it doesn't give your body the chance to acclimate to the feeling. So
Mm,
when you have the edible, um, it is mostly also I would say it's a mental thing, because it's a psychoactive drug, and not drug. It's a psychoactive component. But basically, going from that point of view, when you're smoking it, you are not like your body and your mind doesn't have a chance to say, oh, I am gonna be high, or oh, I am gonna feel this. Like it literally just happens between like in a matter of 2 to 5 minutes, you feel high after smoking. When you have an edible, you have an hour to like an hour and a half before it makes effect. And at that point, you usually forget, and
yeah,
your body just starts feeling, and then
feeling
you
right.
start remembering. So it's not the same behavior, because you're in the one that you're smoking, you know you smoked and you know it's coming, and then when it comes it's still too heavy because it's a spike of the feeling. But when you're in the edible, it actually, you do have a spike, but it is something of a slowed release kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
how it works with your endocannabinoid system. So it's something where you feel, I'm sorry, you feel the spike, you feel like when the spike starts, but you don't feel it in a way that's overwhelming if you took the necessary dosage as well. Because like if you're smoking, for example, if you're eating a 5 milligram edible and you're feeling the way you want to feel, and then you just like sit down and smoke zero point 0.5 grams of weed, that is not equivalent. You will be like, you're smoking more than what you're eating. So whenever you eat, you feel good because you have a dosage, and then when you smoke, you're getting so much more into your system at a single time, like for a peak, that
Yeah,
it'll take you to a state where your mind is altered, and you literally could go into paranoia, anxiety, like you can start crying, you can get very sensible and start like this, like you might have a partner and you start fighting with them because you're just altered. You're not feeling yourself at that point.
exactly. Okay, so stick to edibles. That's what we gonna do.
No, no, but
Thank you
no,
so
but like,
much.
and with
I prefer
this, I
it.
don't
I
want
definitely
to.
prefer it.
Dope,
I
dope,
don't like
dope.
the smoking
But yeah, like,
because smoking
okay,
lungs and all that. But I just wanted to make sure that the edibles was the right way for me because of smoking creates such drastic paranoia. Whereas when I had the
yeah,
edible, my
yeah,
body
and
relaxed. It felt more like a personal maintenance
mhm,
or a present luxury to myself as opposed to being high and crazy thoughts. Edibles
yeah,
allows me to
and
relax and luxuriate in my creative space. And it makes my body feel good.
dope,
I'm able to sleep, like things like that.
dope. No,
Yeah.
and
Thank
that's
you.
very dope. And and no, and you're welcome. And actually, como que like, and when you say the right way, there is no right or wrong way to
Hmm.
like consume cannabis. Like from that, like in terms of the consumption method, like there is a right and wrong way in terms of the amount, because like you shouldn't be consuming a lot of cannabis because it does have a lot of cons. Like if you take a lot of it, you will feel anxious, you will feel paranoid, you will feel like sick, you might puke, because that is like there's a like if you take too much cannabis, like the overdose of cannabis is you puking. Like, but it's
Yeah.
still a very unpleasant, it is still a very unpleasant experience. And when you're too high, those experiences become tenfold, like a hundredfold, because like you're feeling everything. You're hypersensible, hyper aware, hyper focused, and you are going through like a bad trip at the same time. So
Right.
it is very important to know the limits. So whenever you're doing edibles as well, just keep in mind the amount of THC that you're like getting yourself at a time, because like even between edibles, even like the different brands have different potencies within the same amount of THC, and it's fucking crazy because like you might buy a chocolate that says 100 grams of THC and you eat it completely and you feel cool. And then you buy those same 100 grams from another brand that does it better, that they do their extraction clean and they do it like through like cold press or something. And you might find yourself having a bad trip because like it's not the same 100 grams in terms of quality.
Uh, yeah, that was something that did confuse me when I do get the edibles. They're like, okay, well, how many grams you want? And then it's like 500, 1,000. And I'm like, wait a minute. It gets super confusing. I'm like, shit, now I can't do this. But
Mm-hmm.
I kind of find a brand in a pack that I like. And it's not that I do it that often, but if I need to relax, I kind of get with it. But I, when it does come to understanding the dosage and the stuff, yeah, I probably need a little bit more guidance. I'll probably hit you up on IG,
Yeah,
and
and
yeah,
actually,
and
like
hit you up and show you
you
what I'm looking at to buy, and maybe you can help me with that as well.
hope and I would love to have you in the Haikun community. Right now, we have Mo, we have Tiny, and we have a couple other station guides already within the Haikun community. And what we do there is like what we want to do there is what we're doing here. Like recently, I wasn't available. We were sick this week, and someone posted like, "Hey, like, does this terpene profile look good?" And they posted their product, that what they bought, like through the chat. And even though I couldn't answer, someone else that knows like terpenes, like he was like, "Oh, yo, that is a very fire profile. Like you have this and that. Like that is very dope." And that is what we want to like just nurture, like the fact that people should know what they're smoking and they should be aware and like looking for it. So even edibles, they still have the terpenes that are associated to the edible. And usually if they don't put the terpenes, they put the strain. So with the strain, you can go into Leafly, which is like, I wouldn't say it's a very trusted source. It's not like something like scientific what they're doing there, but they still have very good information as to genetics and the different terpenes found in cannabis. So you might find yourself, for example, buying an edible that is derived from GMO cookies. You can go into Leafly and check out the terpenes found in GMO cookies regularly. And even if you can go to the lab and see the labs, you can go into Leafly, see the usually the usual terpenes found in that strain, and you can then start like getting a good guess as to how you would feel. Like let's say GMO cookies has limonene, linalool, and myrcene. You might find yourself upbeat, but at the same time, after that upbeat space fades, because like the effects also like stack up and escalate. So, for example, you might feel the limonene at first, but then after you stop feeling the mood boosting, you might feel tired. And that is not because like you burnt out, it's because you have myrcene acting upon you. So
Ah.
you're not, it might make you like, oh, I'm upbeat, I'm super active. And then like, shit, I'm literally falling asleep. And it's because you have two opposing forces on top of you. You have the one that wants to keep you active, and you have the one that wants to put you to sleep, and they
That
just
makes a
like
lot of
fight each
sense.
other. Yeah,
Oh my
appreciate
God, that's so much.
it.
That's so dope. I love it. Yes,
Thank you,
as a
thank you.
community, you know how much I rock and love with you. I love you. I'm definitely joining. I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna join. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Appreciate your questions, by the way. Any other questions? Any other like prompts? I did enjoy that for like that conversation. That was dope. I have fun talking about weed. Tiny, I think there's no more questions.
Okay, sorry, my baby is screaming in the background.
It's
But yeah,
okay.
okay. So I guess we can go ahead and end it. If you guys want to get together to take a picture, that would be awesome because we usually put them on social media,
That'd
so
be
we
dope.
can get that. I guess we can go down by that the girl statue, the big girl statue, or
I like that one. Yeah, the one that's like Earth kind of thing. Yes. Yeah, and Ricardo's rocking the Mo Castle hat, bucket hat, lightning fingers.
yeah, I just noticed that.
Rep. Let's go. And I see Bohiti here. Thanks for being here. I see Lava Heads. Thanks for being here. Half Man Has Zombie. Let's grow. We do appreciate everyone that passed through, and like we do appreciate the space. I really love vibing with the raw fam. So thank you so much, Motaso. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and we do love like just like talking about like education and like getting people excited. Like right now, as you mentioned, like we're doing the custom animations with you at the end of the month, but like next week we're releasing the assets for Haikun, like for everyone to prepare their own Haikun for the block, like for spatial. So it's gonna be very fun just to see how many people actually start using their haikuns in spatial in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna be making a video to make it also comprehensive and like a very swift process for you to like even if you don't know Blender, and this is gonna be tested by me, and that's how you know it works because Ricardo is the one that has been learning Blender for the past year on and Unity. I haven't touched Blender ever. I haven't touched Unity in my life. So I will be the one doing the step by step of Ricardo's process, and if it works for me, no one can say it doesn't work because I've never done it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the usual vibe for us right now. So we hope that everyone here gets their haikun ready for that. So Boogie and Ex Bohiti and Lava Heads, we should like do a metaverse a trailblaze soon enough, either today
Yes.
or tomorrow, to get
I
you
gotta
all your
get my.
haikuns.
I'm definitely getting my haiku, and she gonna be cute and fly.
And I yeah, and with regard to the she part, Haikunen right now is like our character. He's a male within the story, but we will be making assets available for you to like make your Haikun into a girl, and that's something that we will be getting feedback from the girls within the community. Like we have already High CC, Lisbeth, and we have LM Designs as well within the community, and we actually Mocaso and Tiny as well are ladies within the community. So we
Yeah,
will be
and
getting
they
feedback.
fly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll be getting feedback from everyone just to like what assets we should create that are not like just being sexist from our point of view, because like that's what we see in most like projects, just assets that make it look like a girl, but it's like so obvious that we don't want to do just a little bow tie or a little
Yeah.
wand and say, oh, it's a girl. So
But it's
yeah,
like
like eager to have you in
earrings,
the space.
like
Yeah.
how I have my boogie earrings or my chain. I have my
Yeah,
gold, my
yeah,
rings.
that
Like
looks fly. I love the drip. I love the
so
drip.
right. Yeah, so my raccoon gotta be flossing. She gotta be dripped out, you know.
Okay, okay. I'll definitely
I
add that
gotta
to the
be
list.
New York all day. Now I do have my
So
assets, like these assets. Would I be able to have them put on my raccoon?
yeah, that's it. That's something that you will be able to do yourself in Blender or Unity. So if you have
Yeah.
that like knowledge, we're gonna give you all the instructions for you to load your own Haikun, like put on the textures, the clothing, and everything. We're gonna make everything available for you, like to like basically build your own Haikun. And then from there, if you know, like if you already know how to like add those assets, and if you have them available, it's a matter of you putting them on your own Haikun. Like you will be able to use your Haikun for anything you want, like that is personal use. So you'll be
Hmm.
able to pimp it out, use it however you want in the metaverse. And if you want to do something that's more brand affiliated with your Haikun, that's something we can always talk about and do a collaboration with Haikun and your brand, for example.
Of course. You know, the festival is coming up in August, so Mo knows we got
Let's
a lot of
go.
stuff. Got a lot of stuff
Yeah,
to do.
and actually, so you know, on July we're dropping Haiku's digital clothing line. So that is gonna be featuring either 3D printable things that we're gonna be building for the metaverse and real life, and also merch that will be tied to physical things, and also just merch for Haikun in the digital space. So you might find a shirt that says Harlem Film House, or a shirt that says Radao, that if we're collaborating, and so then people can buy those shirts
Can
and
buy
put them
those.
on their haikuns, for example. Yeah.
I love it. And then Mo and I can help because both of us have malls. Mo has her meta mall, and we have a mall as well. Coming out later. So
I'm seeing something
support,
about
support, support,
Wonderverse
support.
setting. We're down to link up and to pull up anywhere we can. We're down to help also like build however we can. We are like we're the metaverse degens for the most part. So we're building all day, every day. Everything you see within Haikun's world has been designed by me and hand modeled by me, and then Ricardo powers it through Unity and Blender. So
Uh-huh.
we've created over 400 different assets to decorate spaces. We've built over 60 metaverses for spatial. We've built like yeah, every different little thing except a car within spatial. So we just like going hard and crazy. Hello?
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Uh,
good next couple of years, y'all.
yeah, yeah. So we want to build with everyone and just like grow. I would totally buy
Thank
some.
you. Oh, are we supposed to be taking a picture, right? My bad.
I
Okay,
took
running
a
my
couple
mouth.
pictures, by the way.
I took a
By
couple
Oh, you
too.
and by the
did?
way, Boogie, like I don't know when the next cohort, but I tried getting in last times, like the Harlem Film House cohort. I tried getting in, but it was too demanding for like we were launching Haikun, so we didn't have the time and the energies to do
Uh,
it. But next time we open up, we will definitely be there because we're planning on doing a Haikun short film using spatial and the
yes.
metaverse like as the medium. So we'll
Uh-huh.
definitely be looking to learn a little bit more about that with you.
Oh my God. And I think you guys would fit right in. Mo's in the cohort and like, holy crap. Like it's gonna be dope. And I can just see
The
like a haiku cartoon, a series, something that's consistent, a movie, a feature, a short, proof of concept. You guys have all the ingredients, story,
appreciate it.
merch, um, a lovable character that's automatic and visible, brandable. I could see Haikun on a t-shirt, backpacks. I get to wear it as a custom. Like, man, y'all got it popping. So I will definitely make sure
I
that
appreciate
information
it.
is available to you guys
I
when
appreciate
you're
it.
ready.
Yeah, let's go. And
Wait till you
actually,
see what
and
Mo is
we'll be.
doing. Her series is crazy. Wait till you see what she got on board.
We need to get on that then. Like, however
Yes.
we can, Mo. Like, we can help.
Right. And Mo,
Dope.
yeah, that's a good idea, Mo, because these guys know how to film in spatial. So maybe talk to them about joining your production team. And then that gives them
Hmm.
a glimpse into how the cohorts work so that when they come on to the next side, they're already ready to go.
I'm down to become to become part of the raw crew. Like I'm down to have a little haiku behind the scenes always with a camera and shit and just like cameos.
Yes. Hey, Royal.
Hey, Royal Explorer,
Hey,
nice to
friend.
see you.
All right, I'm going to go and feed my daughter.